Alright, this is Calibos, and we are playing Antimatter Chemistry. So, in the meantime, between episodes, I did a little bit of setting up. So I finished getting some of that over there. It's not all the way connected. Cables are connected, though. I can actually tell this now in exporting in this. And then we tell it to this. So theoretically what this is going to do when it's all connected up, it's going to automatically make power and stuff. Meanwhile, we have more seared bricks. We can complete the quest, those. So I miscounted, clearly, but now we can take all of these. Except for, oh, I didn't miscount. I forgot to make a bit. Amazing. Made 15 faucets? What? I have no idea how that happened. But clearly I'm amazing. Route. Let's do this again. Gosh, at least this won't take very long. Why do I have... I must have, like, shift-clicked it. Instead of, like... not. Whatever. Not very helpful. Not very helpful at all. So, lead. So I took all the power out of the... I don't necessarily know that we are going to have the power to make... grab that. Lead. Here. Lead. While we're waiting for that nonsense, goal is basically connect that. Now that's automatically going to be good. Importing. Why it's not. Jump to the top and for the moment, I guess we'll do that. But we actually need to adjust that. Powering everything off of it, right? So let's going up, out. Now everything okay here. Now all of it's powered and shouldn't have to worry about more. This already has a home here. Still have no idea why this importer is not whitelist. Oh, I didn't mark it. So hopefully this furnace now will hopefully that furnace will now set us up as far as having all of the power we need, or all of the rotten flesh we need to keep up with these. I think it's a ratio of like 1 to 8. I can't remember. And it's not that I specifically, like, magically have this ratio that I looked up, but it's how fast it takes an item to smelt versus how long how long it takes to cook it. But either way, should be good on power. And so kind of what this goal was, we can just break these down straight into carbon. Not a lot of carbon, but carbon. Glass. That gives us this. We now have the Smeltery quest complete. Boom. Cyan antimatter. Can we make the cyan antimatter? Boom. Cyan antimatter. Able to hook through there. Bunch of it. So let's set our smeltery up somewhere. Also, in the interim, I went ahead and I changed those over to diamond. Now we're getting a much better return as far as blaze rods. By a much better return, we're actually starting to get blaze rods where we weren't before. Give those a home. They don't have a home. Blaze rods need a home. So kind of our goal, have as things going, you know, as few things that we're going to have a lot of going into that. Okay. I believe I made faucets. My. Okay, so next up here we need yellow antimatter. We should also be able to do that. So we can throw that in there. Name our board. So we need 4 indium ingots. Actually, throw that. Tuck those there. We're actually going to need more chemical dissolvers at this point. They're not fast enough. The problem is the recipe. Requires steel. And in order to do that, we're going to need alloy furnace. Alloy furnace is going to require steel. There's not really a lot of times. I'm sure that there's a way. Other thing the quest requires is scandium. Go back to our scandium. That sets us up for these, which also give us no reward. But from here, we can make tin gear. So that's what we needed the smeltery for. Really have a good spot for the smeltery. Guess this seems as good a spot as any. We're going to need a drain. Drain. Tank. Off to the side somewhere where I can just stuff. And then a controller. Put the controller on this. And boom, smeltery. How hard is that? I don't usually shape them like this, but it doesn't really matter. Pretty much shape them like whatever I want. I can melt these down. All we really need to do is throw down for that. If we get some lava, we're going to get some lava. I have Invar. Our blend is going to be iron, coal, bron, nickel, iron, coal. Alright, so that hooks us up with the Invar blend. Just smelt this here because I don't care anymore. We're about to not need this setup at all anymore. I can also take a bucket now that I'm thinking about it. Hooked. Gosh. Gold. I have no idea what kind of return we're going to get for this. But we're about to find out. Need a stone gear really quick. Stone. Sure. Purpose of this stone gear. Okay, so our ores double. That's pretty cool. Now we can make gears. We'll do that. Add 8. We have 6, so it costs 2. So 288 is that's a thing that you'll probably want to remember at some point. We'll need a pattern chest. Try writing pattern. That works. Pattern chest. So the benefit of this, slap this down here, our stuff in it. That right? That we take lead. Fucking fuck. Up. On the top. That can wait a little bit. Get our food situation. Guess we'll eat cake. So fine. Get a lever. So what a lever does for us is turn this on and off. As long as we provide this power, it locks the redstone clock. So once we have something here that will pull things out, and I kind of have a idea of how I want to do it, like this. Go through. So it's actually going to require a little bit of. We're going to need iron. We're going to need. This. All we have to do is shoot that over there. And we'll automatically be inputting into our system. So I'm honestly planning on making another grid and putting it over there. I may actually move this grid over there. We'll have to see how it goes, but there's no reason not to make extras. We're gonna hopefully be getting to the point where it's not a big deal. What the lead does for us. That gives it this. So let's do there. So this doesn't have all. It's not completely full, but it'll keep our smeltery going for a little while. And that's really what's important. So let's move these next. Let's really look into making what kind of steel can we make. So thermal foundation, we can make steel with the induction smelter. So let's head towards making an induction smelter. I think that's probably where we're going now. Aluminum gear, molten aluminum. So we need glowstone, silver, and tin. So I think this recipe, so 108 and 36, that's 144. So if we multiply this recipe by 4, basically need 3 tin, 1 silver, 4 glowstone, and that'll give us lumen. So tin, glowstone, silver, iron. Yeah, I've got quite a few things that we're gonna have to do. Work that out. I shouldn't put so much lead in there, but right now the big thing is we need to get iron. Iron will give us more cabling, which will help with automating our casting table. but good place to call it. We've got our smeltery up. We've completed a number of quests. We're about to make our tin gears and our machine frame. Then we're going to go for an induction smelter, and then we're going to go for the compactor, the insulator, and the pulverizer. So the insulator is basically a farming station. I'm not necessarily sure that I care about that really, but we'll have to see how it goes. How to make Phyto grow. How do we make Phyto grow? So our recipe is charcoal, niter, and slag. That's going to be side effect from the induction smelter here. But, yep. So progress, it's happening slowly. Just a matter of getting it all together, I think. I'd really like to get automate our evaporators and go for having a specific chemical dissolver for the evaporators. And we'll have to see how possible that is. Alright, now we're starting to get into the iron. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. And you folks have a fantastic night.